Ben, I have an understanding of your history with ActRaiser.
Oh yeah, it's.
I feel like it's fairly well documented.
Sure, it's my white whale right now.
Yeah.
I'm at least playing on stream.
Well, your ample experience with ActRaiser might have prepared you for this game.
I see an angel with a sword.
It's very much like ActRaiser.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold.
It was made by Ace Team, the developer what brought you Xenoclash, which...
Okay.
Yeah, but they also made Rock of Ages and Deadly Tower of Monsters.
All right.
And I think one other game.
They just like to make their own kind of game, huh?
From genre to genre, yeah.
Yeah.
So, probably...
We're talking ActRaiser 1 here, right? Yeah,
Yes.
okay, I see an
Probably
overworld.
have a vague idea of what I'm doing already. So I started, this is the second world I'm doing, but it seems like you can do them in any order.
Okay.
Or territory, I guess I should say. This one actually turned out to be kind of hard. For that reason, among others.
Is it iced? Did everything just ice over?
It's just flooding.
Oh, it's flooding.
And I think it basically disables production and attacks on your buildings.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking I might back out of this one because it's a little harder than I bargained for.
Yeah. So maybe you can go in any order, but like, are you under the understanding that you might get items that help you with like flooding or something?
So I finished the first. I've only finished one territory so far, and I got a healing ability for the side-scrolling part.
Okay.
And I finished it, so I don't know if it's all going to be combat abilities. So this is the territory I'm doing now.
Oh, even this music.
Yeah. So Yuzo Koshiro did, I believe, the main theme for this.
Okay.
I don't think he did anything else. So I'll pop in here real fast. This is the first one that they start you on.
I feel less weird about the 8-beat of very ActRaiser style music if they got.
Yeah, they got the dude.
The dude.
Yeah. So I already beat this place. So here's just kind of my sort of peaceful town.
Okay, so before you explain anything, I'm picturing summoning like areas where monsters come from to attack your villagers.
Yes.
You're building roads to those areas to shut them down.
Here's the road that I built.
Yeah.
Here's the temple that I built to clear the fog.
Okay.
So I could go in and fight.
Do you have any sort of like command over nature,
Yes.
like a wind?
Oh,
or
you mean like rain and lightning? So yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of without the pressure of a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
Let's start a new area.
Sure.
How about that? So yeah, they dump you in here for the tutorial and you finish this one. Although actually they let you leave that one before you finish it. So I think there's like 6 or 7 territories total. It's like
that place looks bad.
yeah, ice place. There's this place.
That place also looks bad.
Yeah, they kind of all seem pretty bad. Here's the kind of flooded islands that I was doing. I was thinking maybe you check out this desert.
I like the way this looks.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Is this okay. Yeah, it's got a nice look to it. I'm a little mixed on it.
Okay.
I think the side-scrolling parts are not amazing. Well, you'll see.
Okay.
Although, boy, it sure does look familiar, right?
Yeah.
I like the attack comes out kind of slowly.
I'm gonna say I'm a little upset you're not going ha every time you attack.
Yes. Okay, where do you fall on the great debate? Is that the sound of the sword slashing through the air? Or is that the sound of the guy going ha, ha, ha?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a debate because I always thought it was the guy just swinging his sword and
yes, I'm 100% with you. Whoa. Oh, hello. Yes, that is always where I fell on that, but then at some point I realized there were people who thought it was the opposite, which I don't know. Oh god, these guys come back to life. Okay. I haven't been here yet. So, okay, looks like they die after 2 deaths. So you got a backdash, which I think is new.
Can you like cancel out of a swing?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, maybe I should be using that a little more nimbly, I guess. You got the shield. You've got the bow and arrow.
Okay.
And then I've got this healing
like
ability.
A magic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mana kind of pool. Like the kind of this side-scrolling stuff's fine. It's just kind of, come on. It's sort of boilerplate, I guess I would say.
Yeah. Oh. It seems like it's pretty faithful to the Super Nintendo one, which you know, Super Nintendo platformers haven't aged poorly necessarily, but there's been a lot of advancements.
Yes. Whoa. Giant beetle.
Like I know it's so combat focused, but it feels weird playing like a 2D platforming kind of game in a world where
am I supposed
can
to
you jump on the beetles?
Oh, wow, I thought those guys were enemies.
They were just trying to help the whole time. It was also a problem I kind of had with Bloodstain, which is like, we're in a post-Dead Cells world.
Yeah.
And
oh man, I'm fucking this up bad. I meant to shoot my arrows. Yes. I'm with you on that, as I
can appreciate this style of game still, but I just sometimes think, man, remember Dead Cells?
Dude, yeah, if this played like Dead Cells, I would be pretty stoked. I mean, it's not bad. It's just whoa.
Serviceable.
I would say yes, serviceable, a little repetitive. The enemies, the enemies are pretty much all unique to each area, though. I will say
that's cool.
So that's something.
Are you working with like 2 combats per island, or are there more?
It's a little weird. You'll see that when we get into the strategy part. Yeah, because that's how the original game was, right? It was like level at the beginning, do all the strategy stuff, and then level at the end, and that was it. Right? Yeah. So there's a bunch of like little mini combat challenges.
Okay.
Kind of in the middle of the strategy now. Whoa! God, that was the exact opposite of what I should have done. Oh!
Nice. Shield primarily for like blocking ranged attacks?
I think it works on everything actually, which I think means I should be using it more than I do. Also, whoa! It's not the first checkpoint I've seen, but they're not that common. Most of the levels are not long enough to have a checkpoint. Although if you die, you start at the beginning of the entire level, which not my favorite, but ooh, that's a lot of health. God, I'm really cocking this up. Oh.
Hello.
Damn it. All right, where are you?
Just one more for the road.
I got no more mana.
Hey, where's your bug?
I don't know.
Just go for it. Oh, there he is.
Oh, what? Oh my God, please.
As somebody who's building Mario Maker level right now, that seems unoptimized. It seems you want to put those bugs a little further out apart, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, good. Let's see if I can do this without getting hit.
Okay.
Oh!
Nice.
All right, off we go. So I got an extra health pip for that. Most of the levels end with either +1 to health or mana.
Okay.
So the strategy part.
Yeah.
I haven't played ActRaiser in a long time, but I don't remember it being quite so much tower defense.
Oh no, yeah, there was.
Was it?
I mean, you shot as the angel. You had like a little bow and arrow.
So I remember the flying enemies that you shot the bow and arrow at.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and I remember it being a little more adventure-ish, like a little more puzzle-based.
Yes.
And a little more like directing people around to go places, and they would discover stuff.
Yep.
This is a lot more. Well, I mean, there is story here. Actually, the writing is pretty good in this. I've found it pretty entertaining throughout.
Yeah, ActRaiser had a lot of that good, like, you know, people, you're a god, you're basically representing the gods, and it's people praying to the gods about their problems and stuff. And
so they're definitely leaning into that here. And some of this stuff is, like, these little dialogue interludes will just pop in the middle of the action here, which is kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Sometimes they're super short. Like in the first area, there was a point where the granddaughter character just said, "Grandfather, I have a question about men," and he was just like, "Go ask your mother," and that was the end of the entire exchange. Like they're pretty irreverent about it, which is fun. All right, so you got your kind of main area, bonfire sort of thing here.
Yeah.
Same basic kind of principles of like you've got population and food and wood. I think that was that in the first?
This is even more.
Or is that more?
They just kind of automatically built stuff as you drew out the roads.
So this is maybe a little more RTS-ish?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, they just kind of pop in here and there. Okay. So you're basically fighting, I think, what they call a younger god.
Okay.
Like you're sort of one of the elder gods, but the younger gods are like jealous and malicious and craven and et cetera, and they're all fucking everything up, and they've scattered humanity across the land and like split up the tribes and stuff. So you're kind of every area you're basically. Oops, let's see if we can find the mother of thirst here. Every area you're kind of fighting a different. Where are you?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it can be pretty big, but you don't like. You really don't cover all this land in buildings.
Okay.
Like you kind of. Oh, I don't know where she is. Anyway. It'll probably show us shortly. So I haven't tried the desert yet. It seems like every area's got different mechanics. Okay, so yeah, you use rain to like make the land kind of fertile for farms.
Yeah.
I don't know if the desert will be different than like that island area. Does that not count as fertile ground?
I guess you need a little more. The bottom is red there.
Yeah. Also, you get mana back by flying around in clouds.
Oh.
Which is kind of goofy.
Okay, yeah.
Just make some good area here. Okay, should do it. Wait, that's totally not what I wanted. Farm. There we go. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Huh, okay, so I guess I have actual upkeep here.
Interesting.
Interesting, okay. So houses provide population.
And what does population get you?
So you have to assign people to buildings. I should not be building this is dumb. I should not be building these around my bonfire because, actually, so you see a monster wave is about to start. I don't know if you saw that meter down there.
The bottom middle.
Oh God, what the hell is this? This is new?
Is that bad or
is this
good?
my monster wave? Huh. Yeah, I don't like her either. What in the world? Okay, so this is traditionally what's been happening in each zone is like enemies just spawn out of these places and just come at you.
Yeah.
Tower defense style. I have no idea what was up with that tentacle though. That was weird. All right, so, oh boy. Do I have room to put this anywhere? Oh no.
No wood.
Yes. Also, I didn't assign anybody to my farms.
Oh, you know, there's not much civilization here. Nothing terrible.
Do I have enough to build a barracks?
There's a couple people.
Oh God, I should have really not built so much other stuff. Luckily, the build time is almost instant. Oh God, he's gonna get through, isn't he?
Zap.
Yeah. I mean, you do have your own kind of defense. Oh, these are these freaking guys. No. See, so I have to assign people to like my barracks. All right, well, that's what happens when enemies get through.
Is that your health? Oh.
Yeah, that's my town health up there. It refills after every wave.
That's nice.
And I'm totally cocking this up, so. This game's got personality.
Yeah,
sure.
That's nice.
Let's see, so how about, not fit another barracks. So I need to find, okay. I guess this is, so the kind of, the choppable trees look different in each zone, but those must be the lumber here. Let's see, do I have enough?
So you've got lumberyards, which will produce wood.
Yeah. So yeah, the basic loop is you need wood to build buildings, such as houses, which provide population, which you need to work your farms and your defensive buildings and all that stuff.
Right.
Good lord, man. I shouldn't have built farms because you start out with more wood. that I actually needed.
Poor guy who was just working that farm.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Oh God, it's gone. I gotta go. Gotta go home.
So roads expand your buildable area, and they're free, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
And you also get the full resource cost back of any building you destroy, so you're never going to get yourself in a situation where you just can't build stuff. All right, now I'm actually doing this right. So I got some people in my lumber mill.
I was working at the farm, and then it blew up. I guess I'll go work at this lumber mill. I hope my 401k transfers.
Dodge this giant tentacle periodically.
Yeah, I guess I'm not back home where the giant tentacle is attacking. It's a living.
So they'll exhaust this pretty fast. If you need more wood for stuff, you get
and then you can just recycle them and build a new one. That's cool.
You can totally just recycle the lumber mill, get the wood back.
So that kind of stone road is showing you where all the monsters are.
Yeah, so you can't build on that, and it also does not count as like an extension of your town. Like you have to build your own kind of dirt roads. Oh boy. What is that? Ooh, a well. Irrigate large patches.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so they're still rolling out some new building types here.
Yeah.
You can build a windmill to increase like yield of anything that produces. I haven't even seen livestock pens yet. I'm not sure what those do. All right, what do we want here? Let's build. Got flying enemies. Oh wait, I just built an archer tower.
Yeah, this tower defense thing is an interesting way to handle.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm doing a terrible job of keeping up with it here. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. I wish the strategy stuff was maybe a little. Come on, they were gonna get that guy. Maybe a little less combat focused.
Yeah.
A little more based on kind of exploration. Because you're not like you remember in the first game? I shouldn't say the first game. This is not technically an ActRaiser game.
Right.
Do you remember in ActRaiser though how you would tell people to go places and they would be like, oh my lord, we found a cave with these stone tablets inside.
Yeah, yeah.
When we read them, it brought dark visions into. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your people would ask you for help, and you would have like puzzles to solve, and this feels just a lot more like just tower defense.
Sometimes you'd have to go back to like a different island to bring wheat over from one island to another.
Yeah, totally.
There's all sorts of secrets. Have you, I mean, I know you just started, but do you get the sense that there's any like good hidden stuff?
Yeah, this is only the third region that I've been building in. I haven't really seen much like that at all. Maybe that's out there in some of the later areas. All right, so I really need population here. Okay. Let's see, get these fully stocked. Let's maybe do one more archer here. So the basic loop is pretty much just make sure you have enough defenses to protect your bonfire, and then go straight for these things. And to do that, so that 8 up there, that little swirl.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh God! Dude, what?
Zap it. Zap it.
Oh yeah, I totally should. Actually, I can also make a little sun dude to fight for me.
Oh, cool.
Maybe he'll fight this thing. Ah, come on. Yes, yes. I got lightning to strike. Oh, I don't have enough mana. All right, well, he got it. That's cool. So that little swirly currency up there, the 8 is like monster souls. Like you basically, god damn. You basically get those for killing monsters. And then you need a certain number of those to build temples next to these big fog areas, and that clears out the fog. God, this thing's got a lot of health.
Is that the Queen of Bones?
Maybe? I don't know. How are we doing here? I could build one more house with the amount of food I have before I have to worry about farms.
Is there any like upgrading these structures, or is it pretty one-dimensional?
The only thing I've seen is where is it? Oh, it's over here. There's this forge. So basically, like, anything in the radius here will get kind of a like bonus to attack or something like that. Dude, this is going poorly. The stuff can be a lot. Like,
yeah.
Especially like trying to talk and do it at the same time, but even just playing at home.
So what happens if you die?
It'll, like, this might actually, I was about to say, that might be about to happen. But I just barely eked it out. It seems to just reset you back to the beginning of the wave you died on.
Okay.
So it's really not that big a deal at all.
So it's not like this huge trial and error thing of like getting your build order exactly right.
No, definitely not.
Okay, that's good.
Like I think it would basically just revert me to the beginning of this wave that I'm on.
Yeah, and you might know like, okay, I need to sell a couple houses and build a couple of these guys.
Yeah, it's not a big deal at all. So, all right, so I got all that wood, so I'll kill that lumber mill. Try to make some arable land down here, build a couple farms. So I guess in this area, farms stop producing if you don't keep watering them.
Yeah, or have a well.
Yeah, or that. God.
Seems like an interesting way to keep all the islands feeling unique.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little variation, and like I said, all the enemies are different. Also, the enemies that you're fighting in the side-scrolling are the same ones you fight here.
Oh yeah.
So like those skeletons that can come back to life are here,
cool.
So it's like you sort of go in knowing what they can do.
That's a nice touch.
I need mana. Oh boy. This could be going better. No! Okay, well, now you see what happens when I die.
Well, at least nobody will remember this.
Yeah. I'll just wipe all their minds. I am God after all. Okay. Let's try to get serious here. So yeah, I think that's just the same wave I was on up there, so like, see, it just reverted a little bit of my progress.
It looks like you have to manually trigger it now?
That's just if you want to start early. See, it ticks down. So basically that's how
if you're like trying to farm souls or something.
Yeah, or if you feel like you're ready, and which I am super not, you can just go ahead and start it. Let's do, I got these, oh, you know what, I just got these at the end of the last zone. This is kind of your bomb tower. I mean, these are basically like tower defense archetypes.
Oh yeah.
It's like this is your AoE bomb tower. You've got one that shoots in straight lines. You got your basic range, your basic melee, that kind of thing.
Yep.
All right, so that should help. Let's do...
Seem like the exact archetypes of, what's the mobile one? Not Kingdom Come. Kingdom Rush.
Yes, very much that. All right, so I am doing a little better here on defense, which means I maybe won't have to babysit this so much. All right. Well, now let me get some farms going before.
It's such a this game is so strange because, like, obviously they can be like, hey, we made a game that's like ActRaiser, wink wink, nudge nudge, but right. ActRaiser, like, this game wouldn't exist without ActRaiser, this weird blend of 2D platformer and then tower defense / building simulator game. Like, it's a weird combination of games.
Totally, and then, like I said, you know, they take some liberties with what it is you're actually doing compared to that original game. Okay, so... All right, that's good. So, make sure everything is manned here. All right, hopefully that will be a little more effective.
Just slapping at your buildings.
Ah! It's the first zone I've actually had like mana problems in. Yeah, I think the writing is super entertaining. For what it's worth. Just drop a dude there. All right, so let me actually get down to business here. So, like I said, what you're actually really trying to do is just clear out those fog areas.
Yeah.
And then kind of go down and kill all the monsters there. So I can basically just, like I said, roads are free. So you can just kind of build roads straight at the area you need to go to, which expands your buildable area. Okay, so I need 15 souls to build my first temple.
Got it.
So I'm gonna have to... Actually, I don't use this power very often, but let's try this.
Oh, that's cool.
Gonna get stuff coming in a little faster.
Yep.
So they start spawning monsters from kind of all over the map. Oh, there's the boss. Okay, so ultimately I'm trying to kind of crack that big crystal and get in there and kill everything. Yeah, not quite there yet. How about... Actually, I'm going to kill this and put up one of these towers that can only shoot in straight lines.
Oh, very cool.
It's weird because it shoots in all 4 directions, but you kind of just have to pick one.
Yeah.
If I put it right here, it'll shoot straight down that path as stuff comes down.
Can you upgrade those buildings or anything?
No,
just
I would just, like I said, I could build a forge nearby.
Yeah.
So I kind of get a damage buff, but that's about it. So, okay, all right. Oh, these are not producing, yeah. Huh. All right. Oops. Sorry. Let's try building a
No, like active items?
Just the spells.
Yeah.
Let's see, 5 wood.
I remember in like Activision you'd eventually get like bombs that would just clear the screen and stuff.
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
Oh, I need wood, jeez. Oh, hey, not convenient.
You got your souls now.
Yeah, I got enough, but I don't have enough wood. So I got greedy with the buildings.
You got the war totem.
Let's kill that. A war totem, what is that? Oh, cool, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds super useful. Need 20 wood for that. Let me just slap a... Do I have enough for a lumber mill? I do not, I bet. Usually I would be keeping up with my wood production a little better. I was paying more attention to what I was doing. Alright, let's get that going. Alright, as soon as we get enough wood in, we can attack this first kind of monster generator.
It's a big map.
Yeah. But, like I said, I've never really built that much out from this kind of central, like the bonfire.
Yeah.
I tend to, you basically just cluster all your defensive stuff around and your farms around your main town and just build these giant roads out to where you need to go.
Are the monsters, so it's strange because as you build more, your defenses are going to be better, but you're also getting rid of some of the monster spawners.
So it's weird. So if I pop a guy on here, you'll see. It's weird because once you attack these, like this weird eyeball thing goes away, but they still keep spitting out monsters.
Okay.
So that doesn't actually like stem the tide of monsters at all.
It's just you have to clear the eyeballs away.
Yeah, doing these little quick levels basically is chipping away at the kind of the defenses of the boss. And then you do a long level with the boss fight at the end. And that's how you kind of conquer a given zone. All right, so got to survive this wave real fast. Try to speed this up.
Meanwhile, you're getting more wood and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, kind of, I mean, the loop is fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
With, you know, like we were saying, kind of a little twist in each area. Oops. I can't tell if it's actually going much faster.
Yeah, it looks maybe like a little.
Yeah, like it's not actually doing that much. Oh god. Oh, those things are eating the clouds!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you jerks. Need those.
That's cool. It seems like they've thought of a lot of ways to just put, like, that's such a small thing, but it's cool.
There's a ton of different enemy behaviors for sure. There's those guys that come back to life. There are the guys who will ignore your melee and just keep going. There are guys who split into smaller guys when you kill them. Like, there's a ton of variety in the stuff. But it is super combat heavy. I do wish there was maybe a little more besides just kind of nonstop. Because this stuff is like pretty relentless. Like they're kind of spawning waves every couple minutes.
Yeah, and it's a long. You have to wait a while for those guys
when they spawn. Oh my god, that's gonna
just start zapping those guys.
Yeah, I probably should just do that. Especially with all these clouds up here. Oh yeah, those guys have no health.
And the next wave doesn't start ticking down until the last enemy's dead,
yeah,
right?
you've got a little bit of buffer between. Oh crap! Oh! All right, almost there. All right, good.
There you go.
All right, that was a little bit of a rough start on this zone, but. So most of these, when you do these little individual layers, they're weird because they're very small. Come on. Like, here's one border, and then typically, yeah, like here's the other border.
Huh.
Like this is the entire level.
Yeah.
And it's really just sort of a survival combat challenge. It's not the super long levels like you remember from not the prequel to this game.
Is that it?
No, they'll usually spawn a few waves. Ah!
Yeah, it's cool seeing the enemies again after seeing them in that big open world.
Yeah, it's a nice touch that it's kind of the same enemies in the side-scrolling and having a totally different set of enemies in each zone really helps.
You're playing this on PS4, or is it
PS4 Pro?
Available elsewhere?
Yes, it's... Gosh, I want to say it's on... Definitely PC and Xbox, I believe. Not sure about Switch.
That is kind of always the question when you're asking that question.
Totally.
Without asking that question.
Especially like... with like Bloodstain and stuff like that going on.
Yep. Yeah, coming to Switch July 10th.
Okay, yeah, so that's the same as all the others. So that's kind of it. Like for when you clear out one of these monster spawners. Like typically it's just that. It's like just a quick, and then you kind of chip away at the boss's protection a little bit.
And then you start building your road out, huh?
Yeah, so...
Do the waves get more vicious over time?
They do seem to get hairier,
okay.
At least more abundant. And they start spawning out of more places.
Oh.
You know, like at first they were just coming out of that one that was nearby.
Oh, yeah.
And now there's these others way up here.
With the idea that you're working your way towards them anyway.
Yes. So, like I could probably, let's just check real fast. Probably just build... Like it's kind of weird that you don't really have to build up to these things, you know?
Yeah.
Like the road, like I said, the road is free, so you just kind of do that. And then as soon as, in fact, I think I have enough to, let's see. Just gotta wait for it to catch up.
You just need to get the temple in range of the like smoke.
It just kind of has to be sort of nearby. Oh. Yeah, it's like, it's honestly, once you kind of get your base established and defenses up and stuff, like it really is that simple.
Yeah.
Process of basically just kind of building roads at all of the other...
Is he gonna make it before the wave?
Oh, I hope so. Go!
Go! Run!
I'm just gonna hammer on X and see if I can get in here before... Go! Yes! Yeah, as soon as that meter ticks down, we would have had to wait out a whole other wave. Whoop.
I mean, it seems like they, it's interesting because they innovated on the gameplay when it comes to the town stuff, but this stuff still seems pretty straightforward Super Nintendo style action platformer.
Yeah, like the controls, I mean, they're okay, but they're a little stiff.
Yeah.
And
that first game was maybe one of the stiffest controlling games that I enjoyed.
That is fair. Yeah, this stuff is just sort of here.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff with, you've probably seen a little bit, the monsters coming in and out of the foreground and background.
Yeah.
Where you can't hit them. Or like when they become vulnerable is not super clear.
Right.
That's not insurmountable, but some of this side-scrolling stuff, whoa, could be a little better.
Oh, these fucking guys.
Playable. Yeah, this is, oh god, this is a lot. Anyway, yeah, it's out like shortly after you see this. And it's only $15, so...
Oh, it's only $15?
15, yeah, 15 I feel like kind of alleviates a lot of any of the complaints you might have.
You said there were... Did you see how many islands there were?
It's either 6 or 7. I can't remember. At least 6, I believe.
Maybe some kind of historically tough boss rush at the end or something.
Possibly.
Maybe. Who knows?
Definitely there's a trophy that sort of sounds like, hey, you beat all the zones, now beat the thing that emerges when you...
Yeah, the weird volcano that comes out.
I 100% would not be surprised if you had to fight all the bosses at the end of this again. The one boss I have fought was pretty easy, I will say, so... Well, a hell of a lot easier than ActRaiser's bosses. I will say that. Oops.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can play this once I finally beat ActRaiser on the stream.
You've got unfinished business before you can get to this, but this is not bad.
No, I kind of want to check it out.
It's not 100% of what I was expecting or maybe hoping for, but it's close enough.
If you told me the Xenoclash people made an ActRaiser, this is about what I would imagine.
Sure, yeah.
Nothing against, like, Xenoclash is cool. It's just weird and not budget in some areas, but like, you know, it's not a large studio.
What is wrong with me? I am super... We have a long stream coming up like moments after this quick look is done. I'm just super distracted right now.
This is cool though.
Yeah, it's neat. And you can kind of pop in and out of zones whenever.
I like that.
So like, I'm sick of the desert, I'll come back down here and get back to the islands that are constantly flooding. And also you have to like build stuff across big gaps in the land, which is sort of interesting, but not insurmountable. Yeah, so you can see here, like, when I was actually paying attention to what I was doing, like, see how many resources I've got piled up. Like, you can really get ahead of the waves where you can just, like, be building stuff constantly and not have population issues and just sort of pound through these. So, anyway, that's SolSeraph. I don't think we've actually said the name of the game in the entire video. But it's out on kind of everything for 15 bones. I'm glad somebody made one.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.